Hello and welcome to All E Daily with Who. Today with me is Harris Kari. Mr. Harris?
I am a video content creator and I am the guest for the hot seat interview with All You Daily today. So let's see how it goes.
So, Mr. Harris, tell me more about yourself.
Okay, my name is Harris Kari, as I said, and I am from Bauchi State. And I am a video content creator. That is, I create videos as a side hustle for now. So I basically do a lot of things. I always consider myself a digital entrepreneur. That's what I call myself because I do a lot of online stuff. I create 2D animations, I do voiceovers, I do podcasts, and a lot of other things. So basically, that's me.
How is your morning like?
Well, my morning used to be busy, but now it's more of lazy, I would say, because I don't wake up early anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. And once I wake up, I try to do a lot, like not that lot, maybe just do a few work, like 1 or 2 hours of work before I go to get my breakfast. And from the breakfast, I think by then it's already afternoon, so I think that will be the end of my morning.
So, talking about breakfast,
Yeah.
what do you normally have for breakfast?
Ah, what I love is chips, plantain most of the times, sausage, and egg, ketchup, stew, anyone that comes.
Okay. And how is your day like?
My day always tends to be busy. I always try to keep myself busy. Whether I'm doing something productive or not, I just try to keep myself busy to be doing something. At least I would be progressing in something, one way or the other.
So, you talk about laziness
Yeah.
and being busy.
Yeah.
Can you clarify that to me?
Okay. Funny enough, I actually made a video about procrastination a long time ago. That is almost 2 years or 3 years now. Basically, when I am lazy, I believe procrastination has already devoured me and has already taken over. But when I am busy with something, at least I am doing something. So that kind of puts me outside, of the procrastination cycle. So I just keep myself busy. But most of the times, I keep myself busy with productive things.
Apart from your breakfast,
Yes.
the sausage, egg, and everything, do you have any other favorite food?
Well, funny. Apart from chips, I would say I also love danwake. That's Hausa food. I don't know if you guys know it, but yeah, danwake is my second best.
Coke or Pepsi?
None of the above. I prefer 7 Up if we're going with the Coca-Cola industry.
For real, so you don't want black drinks?
No.
Interesting.
Hausa people say konene and nunene. I prefer the green one.
So at this juncture, what can you say about creativity?
Okay, creativity, I believe, is something that every person on earth possesses. So I believe we are born with creativity, and as we grow, as we go, to school and everything, we kind of get our creativity blocked by most of the things we, study in school and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to criticize school in any way. I'm just saying that, creativity, as some scientists say, the left side of our brain is, in charge of our whole creativity and everything, and the right side is more of the logical part. So most of the times we don't use the left side that much when we're in school because it's more of logic, maths, English, science, everything. So we just feed the right side and the left part gets, downplayed or something like that. So, but eventually some of us, as we grow, we kind of find an opening into that left part of our brain. And I'm not even sure if it's the left part or the right part that possesses which, but I'm still it's still part of the study. So most of the times we kind of feed our creativity and it grows out and maybe becomes 50-50 with the logical. And sometimes most people, it's even kind of, downplays the right part or the logical part and they end up being more creative than logical. But, most of the time 50-50 is kind of better, I believe.
So after the interview, we'll find whether it's the right side or the left
Yes,
side.
I think that's an assignment for them.
So talking about creativity, you said something which caught my attention about school. You being a content creator now, how can you try to motivate other people that are out there that, okay, whatever you've studied, it shouldn't stop you from pursuing what you love doing?
Okay, talking about what you love doing, that's something I love talking to people about. So most of the times people believe that just because you love something doesn't mean you should pursue it. But I kind of think otherwise. I believe if you love something, at least give it maybe, let's say, 5% of your attention. If you're not willing to give it that much, give it 5% or 15% maybe. To me, that's what I say, at least 15%. So if it's something you love, at the end of the day, if you continue doing that and you pursue that as a career, as some Chinese people say, if you love what you're doing and if you do what you love and you love what you're doing, you will never work for a single day in your life. So if you do what you love, you won't consider it as work. But if you do something that isn't, what you really love, then I believe you would always be some way depressed or kind of pressured to do the thing because you feel forced and it's not something that you want to do. So that's just me. And school, as you said, school is sometimes or most times that way because kids just prefer to have time to play, with their friends and stuff like that, do something creative that people or parents consider, not serious or stuff like that. But I believe we should give them opportunities to, do something, and we also learn from them because it's not just one way. The learning should be both ways. So we should learn from them
For
as
them
they
to explore, isn't
yes,
it?
yes.
What is your greatest weakness? And then I will just add it with the strength because they go hand in hand.
Having a lot of things to do, like being pressured with work and lots of deadlines, having maybe because when I'm editing a video, maybe I want to like release videos every week on my YouTube channel, but most times I'm not able to. So when I'm like, I have videos to finish editing within the week, and I also have maybe because I kind of went back to school. I went back to school now, so I also have maybe things to do for school assignments, projects, and stuff like that. So most of the times when it's a lot, so I just tend to just sit down there and look at all the things and not do anything at all. So my weakness would be having a lot of things to do and not being able to do them. And at the same time, my strength is also, I would say my strength comes from seeing myself being able to help other people. So from my videos, as I say, I create personal finance and personal branding videos. So just in a way to try and help people to, find something for themselves, create income for themselves. So in a way, that gives me this, it gives me an internal satisfaction, to me helping people, me helping other people. So I kind of see myself as not really a savior, but yeah, I save and help some people, even though it might not be a lot of people, but at least if it's just 1 or 3 people that I help, I'm good with that.
Talking about finance, it was supposed to be the last question, but
Okay.
you brought it up. So now let's talk about finance and how to get money. I know I have to stop you there if we start talking about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the plan. Okay.
So let's talk about finance.
Okay. Relying on just one source of income is very, very dangerous because if 2020 hasn't taught us anything, that should be the best thing or the most effective thing that people should learn. Because most people that relied on just their job or maybe just the work they do, like people who do physical work, they kind of ran out of business and there was nothing to do, talk less of them getting paid. So most people were kind of relieved from their work. People lost their jobs. Some people who do physical work couldn't do the work because everyone was locked at home. So at the same time, I always try to tell people that create at least 3 sources of income for yourself. Or some people even say 4, but I just say 3 because you can't kill yourself trying to create other sources of income. But yeah, try as much as possible to create 3 sources of income for yourself, because if you're just relying on one source of income, it's just like you're fetching water from a tap into a basket. You have one source of income or inputs, as we computer science people say, and there are a lot of holes out there taking your inputs out. So if you put like three sources of income now into the basket, at least you will be getting to maybe a certain level before it goes down. So that's my way of seeing finance.
So having multiple stream of income helps
Yeah,
in
yeah,
life,
I
isn't
believe
it?
it does a lot.
Haris Kari, where does he see himself in the next 5 years?
Well, I love asking people that question.
And now I'm
Eventually,
asking you.
it came to me. Okay, I see myself in a state, or let me say, in a position where I've created a platform for creatives, maybe just like me as I consider myself. Just imagine a school. As we go to school, do have our degrees, our diplomas, our SSC and everything. Just imagine a school for creatives as well, having their degrees, diplomas and everything, being respected in the community just as lawyers and doctors are being respected. Because what we do is not just cooking rice and beans. We actually work, like we learn all these skills, but at the end of the day, all these things, all our efforts are being overlooked, and people just see us as just maybe a graphic designer, a video editor. But at the end of the day, we actually spend time, tears, sweat, and everything to learn all those skills. So I really want to create a platform where creatives will be able to also be respected and have qualifications for themselves.
Talking about competition now,
Yeah.
how do you normally see your competition and how do you utilize them at the
Well,
same time?
funny enough, I don't really see anyone as a competition. I see them more as, let's say, an opportunity to collaborate. Because if someone is competing with me, that's kind of like, maybe let's say, to me, it's content to me. So I'll just be able to collaborate with that person, even if that person doesn't want to. So as they're competing with me, I could just feature them in my video and say, oh, I noticed that this person was maybe trying to compete with me, but bro, we're all in this together. So, at least that's a collaboration video. So if I use a title on my YouTube video with his name, that maybe his name would also bring in his audience or his followers into my video to watch. And at the end of the day, there's no hatred. As I always say, my best saying is go ahead and create, but don't hate. So at the end of the day, we're all creating, and competition has no space in my life. So it's all collaboration to me.
I believe in content creation. When we look at it, collaboration is more of the key, isn't it?
Yes.
Like right now, you came all the way from KD, and instead we collaborated to have this great interview. What can you say in a broader way about content creation? In your conversation, you have mentioned one or two things about content creation, but I want you to talk more about it.
We all create content, whether we know or not, whether we like it or not. So today, if, like, for example, we're on a video right now, we're creating content. So if this was also going to be used as maybe just audio, we could use it as a podcast. That's also content. If maybe it would be featured on news, that's content. So at the end of the day, whether you're texting, you're writing, you're drawing, you're taking pictures, videos, we're all creating content. So even chatting as we do, we're texting each other, we're chatting, we're creating content because it's written content. Someone could screenshot that and use it for a blog, maybe a thumbnail, or maybe some kind of video thumbnail. So at the end of the day, talking, like on Clubhouse, we always talk on Clubhouse, and sometimes, yeah, guilty. I record some audio content and I use them maybe for my podcast. I edit them, but I always ask the people before I do that. So yes, I think it's
You always
legal.
get the
Yeah, I think
permission.
it's legal. Yeah, so I ask their permission, then I use their voices maybe in my podcast because it's like a back and forth conversation. So whether you're blogging, you're taking pictures, you're editing videos, you're recording videos, animations and all, I believe we're all creating content. So we're all content creators, maybe hidden or out there.
What can you say about technology and how do you use technology?
Okay, technology tends to be scary sometimes. For example, when it comes to like giving access to your camera, for maybe using some apps, they'll ask you for access to your camera and stuff like that. Because I watched a video like earlier, I think some conspiracy theories and stuff. So they're talking about people spying on you through your camera, your phone, your laptops and all. Yeah, I know that, and also that's one reason why my laptop cameras are all sealed with masking tape. Not that I'm paranoid, but I just kind of feel more secure and more safe. But my phones are always open, so I believe technology has its advantages and disadvantages at the same time. So advantages could be it helps our lives and it makes a lot of things more easier, and let's say it saves time and energy. But on the other hand, disadvantages, we're giving out most of our data to people who we don't even have any idea who they are. And well, as you know, they give us all these platforms for free, so I believe that's the price we pay. So people don't really know much about that, but yeah, it's true. So technology could be very helpful and at the same time could be also very scary.
We met on Clubhouse and on a content creation platform, like a
Yes.
club, they call it on Clubhouse. And we always talk about this metaverse.
Yeah.
Can you say a little something briefly about that metaverse of a thing?
Okay, so metaverse is, let's say for example, we walk into a market. Me and you walk into a market, and there are lots of shops in the markets, like maybe people who sell groceries, people who sell vegetables, people who sell fruits. So we walk into one of the shops, we buy this, we walk into another shop, we buy this. So I would say that market could be like a metaverse of shops. So, it's just like having a playing field, or let me say, a big place consisting of a lot of different types of people or different types of shops. So the metaverse is just, for example, we can call the internet the metaverse. So on the internet, we have different platforms like social media platforms where we chat. There are also applications where we download to play maybe games, like game applications. There are also like maybe shopping applications like Jumia, Amazon, and all those kind of things. So it's all part of, let's say, one big family. So metaverse could just be like the family name of something, and every other thing under it could just be like maybe the siblings under, or maybe the children under. So the metaverse, as Facebook call it, they call themselves Meta now. So metaverse, in the Facebook sense, is more like they're creating an alternate universe or an alternate world for us where we can interact with our friends from where we are. Just like on Clubhouse, maybe we're in different countries, different states here in Nigeria, but we still interact in one place. So the metaverse will also be like Clubhouse, but in another, what would I call it, or in another sense, we will all have avatars. We'll have like maybe bitmojis that we use on Snapchat. So we'll have those kind of avatars that will be interacting with one another, but we'll all be at home sitting down, but at the same time we're in the same place in the metaverse. So basically, it's just like an online universe where we get to meet each other, just like a game that we play online.
Interesting. So the technology has evolved so much that people don't even know what stage we are right now. Can you talk a little bit about NEFT, if you have any idea about it?
Okay, NFTs, let's say, for example, as I say, shops. So we go to shops to buy things and stuff like that. So in the metaverse, people are moving into the metaverse right now to buy assets, because I don't know if maybe some people watch this movie, Ready Player One, or maybe Free Guy is one of the latest ones now. So maybe people might watch that one, Free Guy, featuring Ryan Reynolds. So it's more of it's a game that people all have their own individual characters. They play the game, like just say for example Grand Theft Auto. So that's like one that all people know. So you know that people could play game online. We could play the Grand Theft Auto online. So you could actually meet your friends from different countries and play that game at the same time. Maybe the same mission or something like that. So just for example, that's, let's say, NFTs are now like things when you're playing, you'll be able to buy different skins, different maybe costumes and stuff like that. So NFTs are more like those kind of things that you buy. So they're digital products that people sell online. So when people buy, they now have ownership of that thing maybe on that platform. That's why people buy them in millions of dollars. So most of the times it's kind of confusing when people hear NFTs, and they're like, what's that NFT? So it's more like you're buying something on another platform or on another universe entirely. So if it's in a game, you've bought that thing, now you own it. But that doesn't make you the creator of that thing. So you just own it. You could wear on your character and play the game. So if I have a costume now, I bought the costume, so I can wear the costume on the player, but anyone who doesn't have it cannot use that costume.
So
Making
people can
sense.
even buy designer shoes, shirts, and whatnot
Yes, you
on.
could actually buy all those things. So that's why people are now creating art and selling art and selling, a lot of portraits and stuff like that as NFTs. They're all digital assets that you buy and have them maybe online or in the metaverse as they want it to be.
Incredible. So do you have anything you want to add?
If you have something you want to chase and you're really passionate about that, try as much as possible to try it. As I said, give it at least 15% of your time or your attention and see how far you can go. Because you never know where your, where your progress would be and where your
Your
career
luck.
or your luck will take you. So always try as much as possible to learn as much as you can and try as much new things as you can.
So thank you. I really appreciate this
I
time.
appreciate this.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.